Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers. I thank everybody that's involved with this process because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. Experience is not about the publisher, it is about us, the authors.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you once again for tuning into my streaming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. And I can't thank you guys enough. I want to also thank my modeling agency, Applegate, that have been working through my career for quite a long time. I went to two casting this week. Monday, my agency called me for casting on the Essential Water. The locations was in South Beach at Universal Studio. My call time was at 11 a.m. I got there at 10:30 a.m. Tuesday morning of this week, and I did my casting. And Wednesday morning, I had the same casting that day for True Value as a principal. And I submit that casting in as well. Thank my agency, um, Applegate. You go on as much casting that you can. You not going to book all the jobs, and that is expected. But your goal or your mindset should be I go as much casting that I can, and you'll be able to book one or two jobs from as many casting that you go to. I've been in the entertainment business as an actor. I've been in 7 movies, I've been, 4 blockbuster movies. Been in Bad Boys 2. I've been in Transporter 2, Miami Vice, and Pledge This. I My name is Irwin Gould. I'm a first-time new author. The title, The Book of Irwin Gould, IDG. It's about my story. Joining an agency and appearing in 4 blockbuster movies. And I was born in the Caribbean next to Puerto Rico, United States, U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix, and I grew up Brooklyn, New York. I am also writing on book number 2. I should complete with the writing February of this month, and that will be So that book will be about the business name. It will be about the business. Subtitle Bubbles and Suds Plus. So it'll be Irwin Gould, IDG, two Bubbles and Suds Plus. Um, had that business name. I've been in business for over 20 years. That will be in book number two. And book number three will be more like a journal. Starting that project, starting writing on book number three, June. So I really have the book for the next 12 months. I got a lot of work ahead of me. Book number three, and thanks for the comments that's coming in. I'll try to get to all the comments. I appreciate it. I have book number three that I'm planning to start writing out in June. That will be more like a journal, and it will be about my gym routine, my supplement routine, and yeah, that'll be book number three, my gym and supplement routine and exercising routine. My topic for today will be after COVID, your health is number one to the 10th power and safety on working on the set. Your health is number one to the 10th power. If you don't put your health first, what do you think is going to happen by the year 2030? Well, I've never got COVID. I work outside. I see a lot of business close in COVID in 2020. I remember it like if it was just yesterday. I remember for the first time in history too, IRS closed down because of COVID, and I never got sick, never got COVID. And I think what helped with that, it's my exercising, my supplement, and my especially my supplement program that I take, and my vitamins. Um, just to elaborate a little more on that, I before COVID, doctors will say drink water and take your vitamins, and drink a lot of water and take your vitamins. I say, even before COVID, I used to say, drink water, take your vitamins plus. The plus is the supplement. I take my vitamins, drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, but I add a plus to it. It's the supplement that I take. It's an organic supplement that I take. I drink that I take it 3 times a day. The first time I take that supplement is at night. While I'm sleeping, it resets my pH in my body. First thing in the morning, before I head out to work, I'm working outside. And then when I get back from a days of work, before I go to the gym, I take that three um, supplement. I have not had a common cold in over 30 years. I I don't have a cough. I don't cough. I don't have a dry cough. What I also do is I take a medicated cough drop daily. I take at least two medicated cough drop daily. Been taking that for years. Um, Constantly boosting my immune system in an organic matter with no side effects. I think I always live by a rule of thumb. I live by rules. Prevention is better than cure. From a young age, I'm taking one or two medicated cough drop before you get sick. Keeps that immune system constantly working to a maximum power as you age. So you don't get sick. I haven't had a common cough or cold in over 30 years. I never got COVID. I stay as healthy that I can. Even going to casting. Going to casting, I'll show up and I could count maybe one or two people that has a mask on. I will walk into the business with my mask on, and then what I will do is after I signed in and I get actually in the casting room and I get on my mark, then I'll take my mask off then, so you don't cast with your mask on. Okay, staying as healthy as you can. I'll even share another story with you guys with one of my customers. So I go and did an estimate, and it was to seal the driveway. I give them the estimate, and the customer saw on my flyers. Every time I go to a customer, I will give them a business card or flyers, the business information. While I'm doing that, some of them will look at it, the flyers or the card, or they'll look at it later. This particular customer was looking at the information right there and then while I'm doing the estimate to seal the patio, and they turn and say, "Oh, you do grout and tile cleaning?" I said, "Yes, I do." They're like, "Okay, when you finish it, can you give me an estimate for the grout and tile?" I said, "Sure." So I finished the estimate on the patio, and I said, "Oh, give me a minute." I was about to walk away, and I said, "Let me just get my mask. I'll be right back." So I got my mask. I came back, and then they said, "Oh, I don't have COVID. Um, I'm healthy," and it's an older person, right? So I said, "No, it's not that. It's just whenever I go in building, it's just me. I wear a mask." I make a long story short, I went into the house. I did the estimate for the ground and tile cleaning. I had my mask on. They agreed to start the ceiling on the patio the following week. This was like midweek when I did the estimate, Wednesday, Thursday. I did the estimate scheduled for next week, and I left. The following week, I'm supposed to start the job on the Wednesday. I will normally call the customer the day before to confirm. For confirmation, I called the day before and they answer, and guess what? They're sick on the phone and they got COVID. It's an older person, never had COVID. They just got COVID, and I was just there last week. And before I went into the house, I put my mask on and went into the house, and we went over this. So we had to reschedule it like for a month, 30 days later, just for safety. And I agreed, both side and her side, their side, and we rescheduled. I finally got the job done. But while I went there and I did the job, and I turned to them, I said, "You know what? There's a lesson here for both of us to learn." So I said, the lesson for me is the way how I stay healthy is by prevention is better than cure. Continue doing what you're doing. That's why you could say you haven't had a common cold in over 30 years, you haven't had a cough in over 30 years, and you never got COVID. And I turned to them, and a lesson for you guys to learn: put on a mask when you're going inside, especially now, because getting back to what I said earlier, if you only drinking water and taking vitamin, and you got COVID, and you just keeping that same pattern, and you got it, you got to add something else into your routine to try to prevent you from catching COVID again. And once when you catch it, then several people say later on through my customers that they still have symptom from catching COVID. So I think prevention is better than cure. We need to add additional measures like drinking your water, taking your vitamins, maybe exercising, going to the gym, or plus add a supplement on top of the water and the vitamin that you're already taking. you go those extra effort, then it gives your immune system a better chance of not getting sick and staying healthy as you age. Because I go to some customers and they're 99 years old, they'll walk and come to the door and open the door. And I'll go and provide a service. And I got some other customer that is 98 or 97 or 99, and they're either bed rested, they have someone in the community wheeling them around the community, or they have cane or crutches. And I put all these four elderly customers, even the one at 90. Why is that 99-year-old could still walk without a cane, without a crutch, and come and walk to the door and open the door, and those others are not? And then when I go back and because I asked this customer, oh, they exercise. You still see they're walking around the neighborhood, still exercising. If they're not lifting weight, they're walking, staying active, you know? So that's what I want to just mention some tip on on COVID. Now, another topic I want to touch base for a short time, maybe a minute or two, will be safety. When working on a movie set, I've done most of my movies that I've done is a lot of action and a lot of race cars. Okay. And everything is staged, but these are live, real action. There are live cars driving down the street, crashing into cars deliberately with with preventing any injuries. Okay. So everything is measured out, and these guys have years of experience. So everything is on a time. We have a lot of firearms. Okay. I'm working along stars and we are pointing firearms at each other's. Okay. And we got to make sure that there's no live round gets on the set. Okay. So before you even get in, well, my experience, I had to go to, we all did training first. Bad Boys 2 was the biggest opportunity that came my way. That was the principal part. Bad Boys 2. We went to training. We went to weapon training. Okay. And the set are the ones that brings the the weapon to you, and they're the one that loads it up. You don't even load it up. When they hand the weapon to you, it's in the right moment before the director say action. The safety walks over, put it in your hand, and it's all time. That's why a lot of time when I say these sets are long, it's the preparation that goes on behind the scene to make it happen. And it's reset and then another take, and so you got to reset the cars, you got to load up the ammunition again with blanks. But these are all done through the safety team. There, you stay on your mark. They hand the tool to you, and then they'll walk off the scene, and then the director will say action, and then you working alongside these stars. If you're pointing it at each other, if that's what the scene, this is what it is. And then if you unload it, they say cut, you stay, the safety walks over, and then the safety will take the weapon out of your hand and take the weapon out of the co-star that you work in hand, and then it's off the set. So safety is number one. Working in these on these movies that's either fast cars or you have a lot of extreme fires or action that's going on in it. So these are good tips for the young generation, the one for the high school that might be either wanting to take interest into the entertainment business or sports. These are just some good tips that I just want to mention to you so you guys could be aware of it. I'm about to wrap it up. I want to mention some comments that I missed yesterday. I saw a lot of comments coming in. I thank you guys. I appreciate it for taking time to watch my streaming. And we have a lot of comments that's coming in, and I try to get to them all. The ones them that I don't, then I will continue doing this year, probably once or twice a week, and I will continue to answer comments. But yesterday we had a comment from John, and his comment was, "You are in Bad Boys 2 and Transporter 2. How was it working those roles, or what role did I play?" Thank you, John, for the comment. So in Bad Boys 2, I play it was a principal part. I was a part of the gang, the Haitian gang. I was the first one with the do rag that was in the field that said, follow that truck, right before the heights and before they took the heights, the Brinks truck onto MacArthur Highway. Even that MacArthur Highway, that whole bridge was shut down throughout that whole filming, because those was real cars, 18 wheelers on the highway trying to capture a scene, and safety is number one. Transporter 2, I am at the tail end of that movie. I'm around where he came around the corner with the yellow Porsche. He's next to the yellow cab. And I'm like a part of his posse, and we like high fiving each other and pointing like, "Yo, that's a hot car. It's like a coupe Porsche 911." And Rosemary, thanks for your comment yesterday. Her comment was, placing an ad in a newspaper is one of the best um, way of hiring new employees. Yes, thanks for your comment, Rosemary, from yesterday. I totally agree. That's how I started. I placed an ad in the local newspaper. I pre-screen employees. I had them fill out the application, and then I did a one-on-one interview. You don't have to use um, your local newspaper ad, because that is normally paid for. You could use a free service. You could use your platform. You could use Facebook if you have social media, and you could advertise through your social media there, hiring new employees. Be detailed. Whenever I add an ad in the newspaper, I am very detailed to what employees qualification that I'm looking for before I start interviewing. Most likely it will always be a minimum 5 year experience, and that helps because some businesses you could take on new employees without training. My service, because sometimes we work on the roof, we got a pressure clean on roof. It's always better to hire someone first that has training experience, because that not tells you automatically they know properly how to walk on the roof. Walking on the roof, it's a unique way, it's a different way of able to work or do your job on the roof. You got to know how to walk on tiled concrete roof. Sometimes it might be the flat tile. So hiring someone with experience is always a plus. I want to take the time out right now and say thank you guys for all the viewers. Thank you guys for all the comments that's been coming in. I appreciate the fans. I appreciate you setting your time out to view my streaming and support my streaming. I really appreciate it. I also want to take the time out to thank Reader's Magnet. Without Reader's Magnet, I wouldn't have this platform. Um, it's been a real. We have been working for the past 2 weeks on Festival of Storyteller. Started from January 22nd, and it'll be wrapping it up this weekend on February 4th. So it's been a long 2 weeks, but we got the work in, and it's Friday, and we did it again. We made it through the week. Thank you, Readers Magnet, once again for giving me an opportunity and believing in my project. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. So right before I wrap it up, I want to also mention Amazon. You could purchase the book through Amazon. It's available there. It's also available on Reader's Magnet and Barnes and Noble bookstore. There's a link also on my website, which is www.irwingould.com. There's a link there that will also take you to Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and Reader's Magnet. I also want to thank my co-author, Cynthia, that worked on this project, book number one, the book of Irwin Gould IDG. It's available now on Amazon. You can purchase it also on Reader's Magnet. It's also available on Barnes and Noble bookstore. And there's a link on my website. You can find it there, which is www.irwingould.com. This is my first book. It's about me working in the entertainment business. I've been in 7 movies, 4 blockbuster movies. I was born in the Caribbean next to Puerto Rico, United States, Virgin Islands, St. Croix, and I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Thank you guys enough. I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate the support. Have a blessed and safe weekend.